Survival has become a daily struggle for Palestinians in Gaza. Israel's total blockade has turned the entire population into a life of hunger and despair. UN aid warehouses, once vital sources of food and relief, now stand empty. Shelves that used to store flour and canned goods have been stripped bare, leaving families stranded without help.
Further compounding the desperate conditions for Palestinian civilians, Israel's closure of crossings into the Gaza Strip has entered its 6th week, preventing the entry of food, safe drinking water, medicines, and other essential aid or supplies.
Soup kitchens, once places of solace, have become scenes of despair. Many have closed, and the few that remain can no longer meet the demand. Families wait for hours, often in vain, and some have even lost their lives while simply trying to eat.
I
haven't had a single grain of flour for over 20 days to feed my children. I come to the soup kitchen and wait for hours just to fill a few bowls with food. You can see the desperation. Everyone stands here waiting for these gates to open. There's no bread, no flour, no clean drinking water. We are on the edge of famine.
Malnourish is spreading, especially among children. The Palestinian Ministry of Health warns that nearly 60,000 children now face severe health complications because of hunger. And UN agencies now raising the alarm. Without immediate access for aid, famine in Gaza is inevitable, because Israel's aid blockade has opened the gate of horror for Palestinian families. Families in Gaza have been pushed beyond their limits. The humanitarian crisis has reached a breaking point where skipping meals for days has become a means of survival, as many families now live in fear of what the future holds for them. Tareq Azzoum, Al Jazeera, Deir, el-Balah, Palestine.
Well, Clemence Lagouardat is an Oxfam humanitarian coordinator, joins us now live from Gaza City. Good to have you with us. So, first of all, talk to us about just how desperate a situation is prevailing there when it comes to things like ensuring people can have 3 meals a day.
Yeah, well, I think we are way past the point where it's 3 meals per day. I think right now what we are trying to maintain is at least 1 per day. The stocks are depleted. Even the fuel to cook meals, the wood is becoming also inaccessible. And the only lifeline that is remaining is the cooking meals that are happening across the Gaza Strip, like providing food for around 1 million people per day. But that's 1 meal per day. And that's, for most of the Palestinian people here, it's whatever they can access only.
Are aid agency warehouses in Gaza now emptied 6 weeks after Israel cut off all the supplies of the basics of life, basically?
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think right now, like, there was some stock that were the contingency stock, the one that would be released only when we reach a critical point, and these contingency stocks are also now being pushed out to maintain some food supplies for the people in Gaza.
So what then can or should be done to try and bring in some relief? What options do you have?
I mean, us within the Gaza Strip, we are running out of option. We have been raising the alerts for now days, if not weeks. If the blockade is not lifted, if this common punishment is not lifted, there is very little that as humanitarian actors we will be able to do. What needs to happen is that the borders need to open again and supplies need to enter.
And this is, of course, happening as a health crisis is also going on. We saw those pictures of people having to run from a hospital at night time. Some of them, clearly hooked up to what's left of medical instruments or machinery. When you have a situation where you have patients in that condition, plus no lack or no sufficient amount of food, what does that mean for people?
I mean, I can also continue. It's also lack of drinkable water that creates an additional risk. People are getting sick because of consuming water that is not proper for consumption. That means that they will even get more malnourished. So it's just a crisis that is compounding throughout all sectors, and that presents a critical risk for people to just be able to survive.
All right. Thank you very much for shedding light on the situation there. Clemence Lagouardat, Oxfam's humanitarian coordinator.
Thank you very much.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.